What is going on, YouTube? I am Germ here. Season 10 of League of Legends is right around the corner, so it's had me thinking a lot, reflecting back through all my times with League of Legends as I prepare for the new season, getting ready to grind, climb new heights, all that good stuff. But lately I've been thinking that I started playing in Season 4. I'm going on my 7th year of playing League of Legends now, and that is absolutely insane. When I think back, all the other games that I've played, I played Call of Duty for maybe around 2 years, probably less. I played CSGO for maybe 9 months, probably less. And other than that, those are the longest games and the most amount of time that I've ever put into a game. 6 whole years, going on 7 years of League of Legends, and I don't see myself stopping anytime soon. That's absolutely insane. So it really got me wondering and thinking, how are people able to play League of Legends this much? Why is it so addicting? What makes people so crazy about this game? And what keeps people coming back? So in this video, I wanted to dive really deep into all of that stuff and try to answer as many of these questions as I possibly can. So here we go. Today's video, why is League of Legends so addictive? So when I think about why I and most of my friends play League of Legends, I think the biggest thing for all of us is the competitive nature and the competitive aspect, but other games have that. Other games have ranked ladders, other games have competitive aspects and natures too. So what makes League of Legends different? I think Riot has done a great job with how they have set up their ranked ladder, their ranked atmosphere, all of that stuff. So I want to talk about some of those things first. The first thing is just that the climbing and showing off your rank and all that stuff. The ranks in League of Legends, they haven't changed much over time. People know what the ranks mean, and achieving those new heights and those new ranks is such a great feeling. If you're a bronze player, getting to silver for that first time, you know you're about 50% of the player base. You know you're above average now. That's great. That's an awesome feeling, climbing through silver. Hitting gold for that first time, being able to get those skins, knowing that you're in the top 33%. That's awesome. Platinum, top 15%. Diamond, top 2-3%. These are the ranks that have been in the game for many, many seasons. People know what these ranks mean, and each season, that next higher rank seems attainable, and you're just grinding to get to that next one. And since you can only have really a 40 to 60% win rate in League of Legends, you're constantly going up and down, and it really is a grind and a climb to achieve that next rank. And to rank up, you have to play so many games. That's definitely one reason why people sink so many hours and stuff into League of Legends, just because the way the ladder's set up and the way League of Legends is, 10 people in a game, so many variables, so many aspects. One champion can't have too much of an effect on the game. It's going to take time to rank up. So that's a big reason why people put so many hours into this game. Another is that since Riot shows you the LP, since Riot gives all that information to you, they create these scenarios where you have that feeling or sense of really needing to play another game. Everyone's been at 99 LP before. Everyone hates it. Everyone thinks it's the stupidest thing in the world when they get to 99 LP. But I bet you all play that game that same night right after. Because you're at 99, you're so close to promos. You're so close to getting that next rank. You play that next game right away. Everyone hates getting demoted. Seeing that demotion, border pop up at the end of the game, knowing that you're at 75 LP now. But I bet you played 2 or 3 more games that night thinking, I was just gold 3, now I'm gold 4, I can get right back. I just have to win 2 or 3 games in a row and I'm right back. So you play those 2 or 3 games in a row. How Riot has their system set up, since it's giving so much information to you, it's really getting you to play that one more game, that one more game, that one more game. If you're at 80 LP, you want to get to those promos. If you're in those promos, you just, I can just finish these promos real quick. I can get a couple more games in tonight or this afternoon or whatever. It really makes you play those more games. And I think that's another reason people sink so many hours into this stuff. I think that's the difference between something like CSGO and League. The other game that I've played a ton is CSGO hides all that information from you. It's hard to know if you're close to promoting, close to demoting. And some people like that, I guess. It relieves some anxiety of, oh no, I'm about to demote, or oh, I'm about to promote, and pressure and all that stuff. But for me, it just feels kind of more boring. Not knowing how close you are, not having that pressure on you, not knowing when you're about to promote, when you're about to demote. It just starts to turn out like I'm just playing games just for no reason. And I kind of get that norms feeling from ranked and CSGO, since they hide some of that information. But it's just 2 different games takes on the ranked environment. But I think Riot has been very successful with the information that they give to players. The next big thing that I really think makes the game so addicting is the simple complexity of it. At the very, very core, it's a pretty simple game. from norms, level 5 norms, to iron, to gold, to all the way up to the LCS, the game looks relatively similar. You know, it's a top laner, jungler, mid laner, bot laners, duking it out in lane, farming it out, having an early game, a mid game with team fighting, a late game focused around objectives, trying to take the other team's base. There's big plays, there's team fights, split pushing, all that good stuff in every game all the way up. So your games are very simple. You know, it's just farming, killing other people, trying to take their base. But in between, there's so many small complexities. Even people in the LCS, the best players in the world, Faker, Bjergsen, all these guys, they make mistakes every single game. They're always learning, they're always improving, because the game, it's so easy, but it's so difficult. It's so simple, but it's so complex and deep. There's however many champions, 140 plus champions, different items, different builds, different dragons every game now, different jungle paths, different combos you can do. You're constantly learning something every game, whether you're working on your farm one game, whether you're trying a new jungle route one game, whether you're getting different dragons, trying a different build path, learning new combos for your champion. There's so much you can be learning every game, and your brain, your body, your mind are always getting these small rewards for these small triumphs every single game. Even in a game that you lose, you can think back to, man, that one huge 2v1 outplay I had. Man, I farmed so well this game. Man, I solo killed that guy in lane. Man, I had that really great gank. I hit that big skill shot. I had that great team fight, whatever. Those big, exhilarating moments that get you so excited and get you so hyped about the game, even in losses. And then obviously the games that we win, those moments are even bigger and greater. And those learning moments that happen every single game, because the game is unsolved. The best players don't even have the game perfected. So the other players who are way worse and know way less about the game, they're constantly learning, constantly gaining new things. And I think that's something huge about League of Legends. Simple games could not keep your interest for this long. You know, like I said, I've been playing for almost 7 years now. A simple point and click fighting game or something, like, I feel like it would be so much harder to keep my interest for this long. But since the game is so complex, I'm still learning new things every single day. New champions, new matchups. Since there are so many champions, you almost never play the same game of the 10 champions. Every game is different. Every game is unique. Every matchup, all that stuff is so different. And that's something that makes the game so addictive. It definitely is, and it's what makes League of Legends able to keep people's attention for years and years and years, and hours and hours and hours. And finally, I think the last big thing that makes this game so addicting and keeps people coming back is honestly Riot themselves, a hyper responsive developer. They've been doing every other week patches for years, and that is insane. They're pushing the boundaries for what a game developer means to a game. They keep the game so fresh constantly. Even if you hate a patch, if they ruined your champion on a patch, if you think a champion is so busted on one patch or whatever, you know the game is just 2 weeks away from drastically changing, and new champions are going to be strong, new builds are going to be good, there's going to be new ways to play the game, there's going to be new strategies. And since the game changes so often, the game is never solved. From one patch to the next, from the beginning of a patch to the end of the patch, people are still trying new builds, trying to find out the best things. So every game you're getting into it, not knowing exactly what the best champion is, what the best matchups are, what the best items are, anything like that. You're constantly solving, you're constantly thinking, constantly trying to adapt to what is exactly the best. And that's only possible because Riot changed the game so much. Some people hate this aspect of the game, that it makes it you have to play the game a ton and stay up to date on patch notes a ton. The game really starts to consume your life if you get so into it, because there's so much information to take in and it's constantly changing. But it's definitely what keeps the game fresh year after year after year. Also, the huge changes they make every preseason are absolutely vital to what Riot has going on. People say when they updated the graphics to League of Legends that was kind of like League of Legends 2 coming out. So it was a major resurgence for Riot. But I would argue that right now we're currently probably playing League of Legends 10. Every new season, the game changes greatly with the preseason changes. You know, some years more so than others, but like League of Legends in Season 10 and Preseason 10 so far, it's so different than Preseason 9 with all the different dragon changes, with all the map changes, all the new items, all that stuff that they're constantly coming out with, let alone new champions, reworks, all that stuff. The game's always changing. So even though I've been playing League of Legends for going on 7 years, it doesn't feel like it's the same game. And if I looked at gameplay from when I first started playing in Season 4, the game looks entirely different now than back then. But even if I look back like 2 or 3 years, the game would look completely different than it did even then. So Riot staying up to date on the game, constantly evolving the game, constantly forcing you to stay up to date with the latest information, builds, all that stuff is definitely something that keeps people back and definitely part of what makes the game so addicting. And finally, the last thing I want to talk about was just the fact that the game is actually really good. It is an amazing, great game, and that helps. Because you could do all these things. You could have a great competitive environment. You could have very responsive developer. You could have a simple but amazingly deep and complex game. But if the game's not fun, if the game's not good, people are not going to keep coming back. And honestly, that's what gets people hooked in the first place, is that the game's so fun. There's so much fighting, action, spells, abilities, you know, just all that stuff going on where you're constantly learning and evolving, and so many cool champions, and the art is awesome, and the lore, and all these things, so many things to get into League of Legends so deep. The game is amazing, and the game being awesome and a great game on top of all these other things is definitely what makes it so addicting, and it's what keeps people coming back, and it's why I've been playing for 6 years, and I'm going to continue playing for 7, possibly even 8, 9, or 10 years, as long as, you know, Riot keeps doing all these amazing things that they have been doing, and people keep playing it. You know, it's definitely not a dying game by any means. It's the biggest game in the world for a reason, and I think it's going to continue to be for the near future. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below. I want to know what you guys think. Why do you guys think League of Legends is so addicting? What is it that keeps you guys coming back to the game, if, you know, this is a game that you guys still play, or maybe you just watch videos for it? I've heard people who just watch LCS, just watch YouTube videos, don't play the game as much, but I know definitely a ton of people that keep coming back to the game. So yeah, definitely let me know your thoughts down below, because I am very curious, because these are just my opinions. It's not facts by any means, anything like that. Also, I have a Twitch channel. The link for that's going to be in the description below. If you guys can check me out over there, that would be awesome. Subscribe, stay updated on all my latest content. Just doing all kinds of different League videos, teaching you guys new stuff, new strategies, all that good stuff for Season 10, and then doing maybe some more different videos like this. But hopefully I see you guys real soon. Until next time, peace.